We are here today to cross the swamp, not to slay every alligator. A group of travelers ventures through the fog, their feet sinking into thick mud, surrounded by the echoing splashes of crocodiles in the water. If we obsess over battling each set of sharp jaws, we will exhaust ourselves and forget that our true destination lies on the other side. The profound meaning of these words serves as a reminder. Do not lose yourself in unnecessary battles, but keep your eyes fixed firmly on the path ahead. Life is the same. We are not born to confront every obstacle head-on, but to find ways to move past them, drawing closer to our dreams and goals. The wise person is not the one who forcefully overcomes all, but the one who glides through storms, preserving energy for what truly matters. Like the sun piercing through the clouds, like a boat that does not fight every wave but sails steadily forward. Today, we walk to conquer the far shore, or are we merely wrestling with the small alligators of daily life? Choose wisdom, choose the path forward, for happiness and success come only when we focus our minds on the journey of overcoming, not on meaningless battles. The most important thing is not to gaze at the hazy scenery ahead, but to do the nearest thing you understand clearly. Thomas Carlyle. A person stands before a misty path. If they keep staring at the distant end, where only shadows loom, they may lose their way or hesitate to take the next step. But if they focus on each step before them, each stone, each puddle, they will move forward steadily, step by step, and ultimately reach the light at the path's end, without realizing when they passed through the fog. Life does not demand that we solve everything at once. It only asks that we do well the things we understand, saving energy for each step, and the path ahead will naturally become clearer. As the ancients said, walk step by step, look step by step, and you will never lose your way. You were born an original. Don't be a copy. John Mason. Each of us is born like an original painting, unique in every brushstroke, every hue. But if we spend our lives mimicking the strokes of others, we turn ourselves into faded photocopies, losing the vibrancy we were born with. This message reminds us, don't chase the standards of the crowd. Don't let others' dreams become your mold, but dare to live, love, learn, and act in your own unique way, like a river carving its own path, not copying the course of other streams. We must listen to our inner voice to walk our own road. Only by daring to be our original self, despite the challenges, can we leave a true and radiant mark on the world. The right to live is the freedom to pursue happiness. Why must we pursue happiness? Because, to me, happiness is something we can only attain through pursuit. Gardner. Happiness is like a star in the night sky. If you only stand still and gaze, it seems distant and faint. But if you take steps forward with will and patience, its light grows clearer and more radiant. Pursuing happiness is not always easy. Sometimes it's a challenge, sometimes a failure, but those experiences give joy, its value, and meaning. Happiness is not a destination, but a journey. Only by daring to live, to choose freely, and to pursue can we truly feel happiness. Not something handed to us, but something we create for ourselves. Laziness is like the root of a tree. It grows quickly and anchors you firmly in place. A tree rooted in the soil. The deeper its roots, the harder it is to move. Laziness is the same. If left unchecked, it creeps into daily habits, stealing time and energy, making it harder to escape your comfort zone, harder to reach goals, and gradually anchoring you in place, stunting growth. Recognize laziness from its smallest seeds. A bit of procrastination, a moment of giving up, and actively uproot it, replacing it with the seeds of positive habits. Only by mastering yourself can you rise like a towering tree, freely embracing sunlight and wind, instead of being held down by the roots of laziness. Time, once gone, never returns, and no one can bathe twice in the river of life. You stand by the riverbank, watching ripples flow past. Each drop of water has slipped through your hands, never to be reclaimed. Time is the same each day, hour and minute passes, and how you use it shapes who you are and what your life becomes. Living wastefully, hesitating, or procrastinating is like letting the river flow by without savoring or creating value from it. Cherish every moment, act when you can, and dare to live fully in the present, for life offers no chance to turn back. Every moment is precious, and only by realizing this can you turn each step, each decision, into true value for your life. To succeed, your desire for success must outweigh your fear of failure. Bill Cosby. You stand before a great door. The shadow of fear holds you back, making you hesitate to step forward. But the desire for success is the light that guides you, the inner strength that pulls you forward, beyond the grip of fear. Only when that desire burns brighter do you dare to try, to risk, and to push past temporary failures toward your ultimate goal. Failure is not the enemy, but a challenge that reveals your true strength. The successful person is not fearless, but the one who turns fear into motivation, who lets their desire surpass every limit. We must choose the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Jim John. The pain of discipline is the sweat, the hours of effort, the sacrifices you willingly endure to achieve your goals. It is an active pain, purposeful, and yields results. In contrast, the pain of regret is the emptiness of looking back, realizing you missed opportunities, didn't try hard enough, and wishing you had acted differently. It is a passive, lingering pain that cannot be undone. Choose the pain that has meaning, the hard path that leads to success, rather than being drowned by endless regret. Like an athlete who trains through hardship to win a medal, or a person who strives daily to build their life, the pain of discipline transforms into strength, while regret is merely a burden. Being born poor is not your fault, but dying poor is your fault. Bill Gates. Each person is born like a boat, cast into a river. Some boats are small, some large, some tattered. That is poverty. The starting point you cannot change, but how you steer that boat, where you guide it, whether you brave the storms or surrender, that is your choice. If you strive to learn, work, gain experience, and keep moving forward, you can sail your boat to the open sea. But if you drop the oars, you'll be swept along and remain stuck at the old dock that is dying poor. No one can choose where they're born, but everyone can choose how they live and how their life ends. Poverty is not a sin, but surrendering to it is a failure. Success is a poor teacher. It seduces smart people into believing they cannot fail. Bill Gates. A climber stands atop a peak, the wind in their face, filled with exhilaration and pride. They may forget there are higher peaks, and chasms still lurk below. Success is the same. It makes us feel invincible, but a single misstep, a moment of complacency, and failure can strike unexpectedly. Respect success, but don't let it enchant you. The truly wise understand that success is fleeting and failure is a natural part of life. Stay humble. Learn from every outcome. That is the way to progress sustainably. Be kind to nerds. You might end up working for one. Bill Gates. Those quiet, diligent souls, steadily amassing knowledge day by day. They may seem unassuming, even unremarkable, but their knowledge is like a seed. One day, it will bloom into remarkable strength. Being kind to them is not just courtesy, but a way to build positive connections for the future. Knowledge creates power, and humility creates opportunity. Never underestimate anyone, for life often brings unexpected turns where you'll see the value of those once overlooked. Life is not fair. Get used to it. Bill Gates. Life is like a game with unwritten rules. Some are born into wealth. Others struggle with poverty. Some stumble into opportunities. Others face unforeseen obstacles. If you keep complaining or demanding absolute fairness, you'll waste time and energy. Instead, accepting this truth lets you focus on what you can control: effort, determination, attitude to create opportunities and change your life. Instead of lamenting unfairness, learn to turn challenges into motivation, choosing to live boldly, resiliently, and in command of your own destiny. If you can't make it good, at least make it look good. Bill Gates. An unfinished painting. If your skill isn't perfect, if the colors aren't vibrant, you can still arrange the composition, blend hues, or make each detail harmonious and pleasing. In life, work, or projects, we can't always achieve perfection, but a spirit of care, refinement, and responsibility creates its own value, showing others your effort and respect. You don't always need to be outstanding, but let everything you touch reflect care and a drive for improvement. This is how you turn limitations into opportunities, making life or work, though imperfect, beautiful and meaningful. If you're small, focus on your intellect rather than your strength. Jack Ma. A tiny ant faces a massive rock. If it relies on strength, it's hopeless. But if the ant uses its intellect, finding a detour, rallying allies, planning a strategy, the rock is no longer an obstacle. Life is the same. When you're not the strongest, the key is to harness your intellect, knowledge, and thinking, turning limitations into advantages, challenges into opportunities. Physical strength isn't everything, but intellect and strategy can propel you forward, achieving goals and proving your worth in any circumstance. The most important thing you should have is patience. Jack Ma. A person sows seeds on barren land. Without patience, they'll abandon the effort before the seeds can sprout. But with patient care, watering, tending, protecting from pests, those seeds will grow, bloom, and bear fruit. Life is the same. Great goals, valuable dreams require time and perseverance to take shape. Without patience, effort becomes wasted, and failure can easily defeat you. But with patience, challenges become lessons, obstacles become opportunities, and every step forward holds value.